I would like to say a massive thank you to all the supporters we have around the world, regardless of what the mainstream media keeps saying and the lies they try and purport. We get tens of thousands of messages from people every single day supporting us, and they understand that we're not the first affluent, wealthy men who have been unfairly attacked. In our situation, unfortunately, it happens quite often. I want to thank the whole world for all the support we get. I also want to give a very special thanks to Romania and the Romanian people. The number of Romanian people who send me messages of support is absolutely fantastic. This is my home. I love this country. I'm going to stay here regardless, no matter what. And I look forward to being found innocent in the end of everything. So thank you all very much.
Wow, there are a lot of things that we could say, that I could say in life, and it depends on the timing, right? A lot of things that one thing I'm gonna say is I respect Andrew Tate so much. The way he composes himself, and especially during his interviews, how respectful he is to interviewers. The one thing I'm gonna say is a lot of things that you could say the day back in the days, right, but you can't say now. Even if you say in Muslim countries, they're gonna hold you for it. If you stay in countries that don't respect women, they're gonna hold you for it. So a lot of things he said a little bit derogatory to women, so that is why he was hurt. He was hurt for it. Why women have a lot of power nowadays as compared to back in the days. Like if you had said these things like early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s, like that, nobody would give a crap about it. Even if YouTube was there in the early 2000s, if you had said something like that, nobody would give a crap about it. But now women have so much power. There are a lot of countries that are fighting for equality for women. Like if you go to Saudi Arabia, you see what MBS has done. In Saudi Arabia, women are now able to drive and able to work in like top governmental positions. So if you come to a country like that and you start speaking stuff about women like that, they're gonna come after you. Even though it's a Muslim country, they're gonna come after you. So there are a lot of things that we can say, but it just depends on the time. The timing. It's what matters the most with things that we can all say, and also with things that we can't say. It's just the timing. If you had said these things like in the early 2000s, like let's say 2005, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like that, people won't give a crap about it. You will go scoff it. A lot of people have said stuff like this that is said, but they went free. You know why they went free? Because of the timing that they said those things. They said those things when there were not a lot of women's rights, there were not a lot of movements fighting for women's rights all over the world. But now there is so much strong movements fighting for women's rights. From the United Nations, from the mainstream media, from world organizations, even from Muslim countries themselves. So they're all gonna rally around each other and support each other, and they're gonna come after you pretty big time if you start saying stuff badly about women. So look at anybody makes any statements and say stuff bad about women, they're gonna take you down. They took him down from YouTube, Twitter, or YouTube, TikTok, other social networking sites, even payment sites too. They took him from there, even Facebook too. Took him from there. So there are just a lot of things that we can say, and he was hurt for sexually assaulting women. The things that we do back, we do when we're not popular, it goes under the rocks, right? But once we start becoming popular, those things start resurfacing itself. It start resurfacing itself, then it starts seeing it back coming to light again. So I don't know about the assault and all whatnot that people were talking that was hard for it, but you know it's pretty easy to run investigation into people, right? Like take their past lives and stuff like that, especially when they wanna come against you. Use them as an example. so that the world can see, so that others can see. The issue as an example, so that the world can see, so that others can see, so that others who are thinking of following suit will better have to think twice before they engage in saying stuff like that, man. It's how the world is today. There are a lot of things we can say. Remember, even back in the COVID era, you couldn't just say stuff like that. YouTube was shutting down people a lot for saying stuff about COVID. It's the same thing. You can't say stuff about women now. Especially derogatory stuff, so you can't. You're not permitted, you're not allowed. They're gonna shut you down so much for saying stuff like that. Yeah, so it's so man, it's what it is. There are just a lot of things. There are just a lot of things we can say, and I support his fans. One thing I really like about him is the way he composes himself, the way he answers questions is very, very respectful. That is something I really like about him. He seems very, very respectful. I've watched some of his interviews. He seems very, very respectful. Some of the things he's saying, it's not bad, to be honest, but it's a timing that he's saying those things. They are not applicable nowadays, they're applicable back in the 2000s, 90s, like that, late 80s. They're not nowadays, so that's why they came against him pretty bad. It's not, it's not applicable really big nowadays. A lot of the things he's saying is not bad, but it's not just applicable nowadays. You know, you say they're gonna come after you pretty badly, though. I hope he wins the indictment, and if it's something that was related to past past women or ladies he did, it's just to apologize to them. I know there are always consequences for our actions, right? But just to apologize to them, and you know what? We all make mistakes, right? Nobody's, I would say, perfect. We all make mistakes, we all make errors, and we all err. So it is what it is.